IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Dagger Law, and North Body Shop.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Interface Video Productions High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we're at Amanda Clearcreek for a Mid-State League Buckeye Division battle between the Amanda Clearcreek Lady Aces and the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs. And Tim, I tell you what, this one is we're in for a good one tonight. These two teams met back in December, on December 19th. A very close game out at Bloom Carroll, won by Amanda Clearcreek, which it had been years since they had won there. And, of course, Bloom Carroll, they want revenge here on Amanda's home court.
Well, the game was 39-36, and that is exactly what Coach Leist would like to see tonight. He wants a half-court game, physical play. On the other hand, Bloom Carroll would like it to be a little more tempo, Jared. They'd like to have things looser and use their athleticism and their skill. So it's going to be a battle of wills.
You had a chance to talk to both the coaches this week. Let's break down what they said. A couple of things I underlined and starred that they said to you. First of all, for Coach Tim Leist and his Lady Aces, who are just having an outstanding year. They are right now 15-4 overall, 9-3 in the Mid-State League Buckeye. But he said when it comes to areas to improve, unforced turnovers and shot selection.
Absolutely. He felt Monday, they won a game against Fairfield Union, but he just really felt like some of the turnovers they can control those.
Yeah.
And when we say unforced, that means you kind of make them because maybe you're not focused or concentrated on what you're supposed to be doing. And the shot selection, he said, early in the game, they took some shots that, they want to control the pace of the game. So you got to swing the ball from side to side and know what a good shot is within your offense. And that was one of the areas they were going to be spending time on this week.
And, of course, when you talk to any coach playing against Bloom Carroll and you ask them what's a point of emphasis for this game, they're going to say control Emily Bratton.
Yeah, you can say that, but you got to figure out a way to do it.
Sure.
And I think the biggest thing that they really want to do is keep the ball out of her hands, make her give it up. There may be some traps now and then. You're not going to totally stop a really great player like Emily, but you can make it difficult for her.
You also talked to Coach A.J. Ireland, who is in his 5th season as the head coach of the Bloom Carroll Lady Bulldogs. They are 14-4 overall, 8-2 in the Mid-State League Buckeye. A couple of things he said as a strength, they're a cohesive unit, and any coach definitely wants to have that in no matter what sport you coach.
Yeah, and I think when you look at both these teams, I'm sure they are cohesive because you don't play this well where both teams are on a winning streak tonight, have been playing really well for the last month, going into a really tough stretch for both teams, which is what you want to be playing. You want to be playing your best right now. The tournament draw is this weekend, so you set yourself up for hopefully a better seed.
And he also said that they need to score other than the three-pointer. And he talking about the last matchup, he said that we didn't shoot the ball well in the first game, just 33%.
Yeah.
I think that kind of goes back to better shot selection.
Yeah, and we saw them. They started their winning streak at Fairfield Union. We had seen them that night, and they have not lost since. And what they did was he felt that they just did a better job of finding ways to score, whether it be transition, off your defense, driving the basketball, or getting to the free throw line. And you do have successful teams offensively. You have to find a multitude of ways to score.
It is senior night here at Amanda Clearcreek. Before the game tonight, they honored the seniors, Grace Davis, Rachel Weaver, Haley Sowers, Addie Pugh, and Sandra Chafin. And just a really nice ceremony there. You see some of the footage. Coach Leist meeting with the girls as they came across the court with their parents. And I know a lot of excitement in the air. There's a huge crowd on hand. Student section is here making a tunnel. They have not experienced this level of basketball from their girls in a long, long time.
Well, it's a compliment to Coach Leist and his staff. You got the enthusiasm here. All the fans are out. And like you said, I think we're in for a good ball game.
One thing's for sure, both these teams are going to have a gauntlet here in the next week, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Tonight's tip-off brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. he'll treat you right. For the Aces, it'll be Grace Davis jumping center against Natalie Lang. 2 seniors to jump it up. And we are underway here from Amanda Clearcreek, and the tip is controlled by the Aces. And running the offense is, of course, super sophomore Taylor Evans. And a little bit of miscommunications there, as Davis thought Evans was maybe going to do a little backdoor cut, and she didn't go.
Yeah, the right idea. That's what we call you zig when you should have zagged.
Yeah.
And that happens, but that's the right idea, the right cut versus overplay. Now here comes the pressure from Amanda. Full court, man-to-man.
Brooks will bring it up far side for the Bulldogs.
See how hard they're going to try and make it for Emily Bratton.
Swing it to the middle of the court to Natalie Lang. Lang, the senior. There's Marissa Wilkinson. Nice patience from Coach Ireland's offense, just kind of looking for something and not trying to force anything here. Lang being guarded closely by Rachel Weaver. Now Wilkinson on the drive inside the paint, kicks it over to the corner, and they'll swing it around. Drive inside, Tessa Brooks, and gets it back now to Lang. Now Wilkinson.
Yeah, he called it. There's a lot of hand checking and a lot of physical contact. Now, Coach Leist wants him to play physical. He's going to complain to the officials a little bit there, saying, "What'd she do?"
Well, that's one thing that Coach Ireland said. It will be physical. It will be a battle.
Yes, and they'll that comes in time here. They'll figure out what they need to do.
Foul was called on Haley Sowers, and there's a 3 put up and in for the Bulldogs and Emily Bratton. So the Bulldogs on the board first. Evans directing traffic for the Aces, takes a screen from Pugh, and she's going to fire up the 3 from the top of the key. No good. Rebound controlled by the Bulldogs. Strong rebound for Charlie Conrad. Quickly up ahead come the Bulldogs, and a little bunny shot going to be good for Tessa Brooks.
Tell you what, she throws that one-handed left-hand pass as good as anybody I've seen, regardless of level.
Yep. 5-0 Bulldogs. Weaver gets it right side. Now they'll swing it back to Evans.
Yeah, a little flex cut there. Spacing's too tight, Jared.
Taylor spins inside the paint, dishes it off.
You can see what I'm talking about. Everybody's just tight.
Yeah,
There's
you're right.
Not enough space.
Evans on the drive, up the glass, no good. Ball tipped around, controlled by the Aces. Here's a 3 in the corner for Evans. Also no good. Backside rebound, Rachel Weaver, and now it's stolen away. Here come the Bulldogs. 2-on-1. Brooks, good jump stop, and she puts it up and in.
Well, they've gotten 2 transition baskets, which really will help them offensively.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, Coach Ireland trying to get them to score in different ways.
Not the kind of start Coach Leist was looking for out of his ladies. Nice pass underneath.
Yeah.
Shot's no good, but Rachel Weaver going to the free throw line.
Yeah, you watch the replay right here. Watch that left-handed pass.
Wow.
That's. Tell you what, Super Bowl's coming up in about a week. She'd fit right in.
Yeah. Foul is called on Charlie Conrad. Going to the line is Rachel Weaver. She averages 5.3 points a game. No good on this one. Tonight's replay is brought to you by Dagger Law. You see those throughout the night. Second one for Weaver. Also no good. And somehow the Aces were able to get a rebound and put it back up and in. Haley Sowers gets the Aces on the board.
That's a great effort on the offensive boards by Haley.
Here's Conrad driving, tries to get a pass to Bratton. I think she was kind of blinded by the defense. Great job by Sowers.
Well, she's what they call, Coach Leist calls her the defensive stalwart.
Yeah.
She just gets the best player every night.
Reverse layup, no good. They'll say it went off Conrad and stay with the Aces. There's a good look at Coach Tim Leist. He's done a really good job with this girls basketball program here at Amanda Clearcreek, turning them around. They're a team averaging 44.3 points a game. Here's Evans, left side. She'll drive inside the paint, dish it back out for a 3 attempt from Grace Davis. No good. On the defensive rebound is Emma Sorrell, who just checked into the ball game for the Bulldogs. 7-2 early on here from Amanda Clearcreek. Make that 9-2.
That's a great slip of the screen. Went to like she was going to set a ball screen, Jared, and just slipped and got enough of her shoulders ahead of the defender. It's a great slip.
Natalie Lang on the score for Bloom Carroll. And Emily Bratton just going to steal it right away and take it in for the layup. And Coach Leist wants a timeout. What a start for the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs.
They came ready to play, but you know games have spurts. Watch this here. She just presented the ball too much to her. Emily's too wise.
30-second timeout.
Tonight's timeouts are being brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. You can check out their website at carriagecompany.com. I mentioned in the pregame that these two teams have a gauntlet of a schedule to finish out the season. And really both of them with a chance to win the league. For Amanda Clearcreek, they will play, of course, Bloom Carroll tonight. They play Taze Valley next week, and then they finish out the regular season with Fisher Catholic, a game we'll have here next Saturday night. 3 tough games. For Bloom Carroll, they've got 4, counting this one. They'll also play Hamilton Township, Taze Valley, and Circleville, who's undefeated.
Yeah, well, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday next week. It's a time. This is the time of year to be playing games, though.
Right.
You tweak your defense, you do a little subtle things, and you work on getting all the details right, Jared. You don't need long drug-out practices at this point.
And I was looking ahead at that game for next Saturday against Fisher Catholic here at Amanda. Fisher Catholic has 5 games between now and next Saturday. Here's a 3 for Evans, and she drains it.
She's really stabilized their guard play. Super confident. As a sophomore, she's very impressive.
Her sister, Alyssa, had an outstanding career here at Amanda Clearcreek. And Taylor on the verge of breaking some records that her sister set.
She's solid. Watch
the
right
dagger
here.
law replay of that 3 from Taylor.
Well, they ran the offense. They got it entered on the right, swung it to the left. She saw the opening, jumped up and shot it with confidence.
Evans will bring it up. Being worked on by Marissa Wilkinson. She's going to throw a running jumper up and score it. 5 quick points for Taylor Evans out of the timeout. It's just like that, 11-7. Brooks going to drive. Dish it left side. Lang now back out to Bratton. Bratton already with 5 points in the game. Nice step back. The 3 is in and out, but a rebound for the Bulldogs. Here's Wilkinson for 3. Got it.
Tell you, when you shoot well, it solves lots of problems, Jared. That's the whole key. You got to make shots. It sounds ridiculously simple, but it's not easy.
Evans to the elbow, kicks it back out to Wilson, and the Aces lose it out of bounds.
We talked earlier about an unforced turnover. That's an unforced. Just make sure you get a connection there with your teammate.
Amanda going to stick with that little bit of full court pressure, not quite as tight as the beginning of the game.
Well, they're just trying really hard to keep it away from Emily. You can see being face guarded.
That's a long 3 for Wilkinson, no good. Rebounded to the backside by Rachel Weaver. Here come the Aces. Pass into the corner. Shot in the corner. What a shot by Kaylee Wilson.
Just confident.
She's averaging 10.8 a game.
No hesitation, Jared. That's what you want in your shooters.
Pulls them back to within 5 at 14-9. With a running 1:40 clock in the first quarter. Long 3, no good for the Bulldogs. Wilkinson with the rebound. Here's Passon. Emily Bratton now dishes back out. Wilkinson wide open 3, no good. Bratton the backside rebound, now loses the basketball. Loose on the floor, And a tie-up, or are they going to call foul?
How's that a foul?
They call it on Amanda Clearcreek. And look at Coach Lice. He's got the same response as you. I think they saw Emily Bratton fell over top of, but she was not pushed.
Now, there's a shot by Kaylee Wilson on the replay, but I don't know how that's a foul.
I don't either. 3 in the corner, in and out, rebounded by the Aces. And the ball tipped and stolen away, and now a foul. A foul going to be called this time on Amanda again. Coach Lice again not happy.
There was some contact which affected the play, but you just got to move on, Jared.
Yeah.
You have to move forward.
The one they called earlier, what happened was Bratton tripped over top of a player that was laying on the floor for Amanda Clearcreek, and I think the official thought she was pushed. 2 shots at the basket for the Bulldogs and couldn't get either one, and now they foul.
Yeah, Amanda gambled, which is not what you want to do in that situation, but fortunately for them, they got a defensive rebound and a foul.
Foul called on Whitney Passon. That's her first. 14-9 the score, just over 1 minute to play in the first quarter.
Good job right there. Changing speed, change direction. That's when you're good.
Evans gives it left side, long 3. I think that was tipped.
Yeah.
I think it was tipped, but maybe not.
That's when you're that much far out behind the 3. I mean, you have to have been practicing those a lot to shoot those and make them. It does change.
Lang gives it left side, Wilkinson. Sorrell gives it to Bratton, who just lays it up, and you don't see that too often.
No.
There it is from our floor camera.
Well, the thing, if you're watching and you have a score, Emily's averaging 22-point-plus a game, and from her standpoint, to get the ball versus overplay and some of that is she's got to be a screamer.
Yeah. To
have her person guarding her help. And if not, then you'll get somebody open, and eventually they'll have to adjust.
So that just kind of goes as a dead ball and goes back to the Bulldogs under their own basket. Jump ball is officially what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. And now they change the arrow, so the next jump ball, which is what we have, goes to Amanda Clearcreek.
Yeah.
Tessa Brooks comes back into the ball game for Bloom Carroll. She'll replace Whitney Passon. 34.9 seconds on the clock here in this first quarter. 14-9 Bloom Carroll. Taylor Evans swings the left side to Kaylee Wilson.
Yeah, just switched the ball screen that time. Actually, Bloom Carroll's players are they're able to interchange a lot, so you can switch a lot of things.
There's a look at Coach A.J. Ireland. Surveying things. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Evans gets the screen, drives, dishes it back. Nice little jumper from the baseline, no good for Rachel Weaver, but the putback going to go over the top of the backboard. First shot was by Grace Davis, and then that one was Weaver. And so the Bulldogs will have the basketball, 7.2 showing on the clock.
Yeah, Grace is coming back from an injury, and she hadn't played for quite a while. She played Monday against Fairfield Union, but it's going to take her a little time to just get the feel again. Because when you get into a game, it's a whole different thing than practice.
Clock down to 4 seconds, down to 3. Emily Bratton with 2, down to 1. A 3 at the buzzer, no good. And Bloom Carroll, after 1, leads it 14-9.
And with that, let's say a big, big thank you to Buckeye Lake Marina. If you're looking for a new boat, a great pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. More information can be found at buckeyelakemarina.com. And also Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
You know, we talk a lot about Emily Bratton, obviously averaging 22.2 points per game, but you look down their lineup, you know, Coach Ireland plays a lot of girls significant minutes, and there's a lot of role players there who don't get mentioned a lot, and a lot of the accolades, but have really stepped up. Marissa Wilkinson averaging 9.3 a game. We've seen her hit some big threes, not only tonight but out at Fairfield Union. But how about Charlie Conrad? What she brings defensively and rebounding, I think, a lot of times gets overlooked.
Yeah, and those girls that play in that position or those positions, there's 3 of them that are kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
That they get a lot out of them. Coach Rowland wants to really work on better defensive rebounding, but he's getting a lot of good play from the girls.
It will be the Bulldogs starting with the basketball here in the second quarter, leading at 14-9 here at Amanda Clearcreek. Officials waiting for the scoreboard control clock to get the time on. There it is. I want to say thanks to Jamie Justice, the athletic director here at Amanda Clearcreek, getting us a nice spot here to call the game. They've got a great crowd on hand. Here's Bratton.
See, they just overplay that, and that's a great job defensively. Now they're going to overplay and deny.
Nice behind-the-back dribble. Now she'll dish it, but
yeah,
over the head of Conrad.
They're just going to make her work for it, Jared. And at some point, maybe the fatigue will play a factor.
Bulldogs will continue to bring that pressure. Inbound pass comes in, and then right back to Sowers. Haley Sowers, one of those seniors who was honored tonight in senior night festivities. And now a foul going to be called on Wilkinson. No, they'll call it on Amanda Clearcreek. They'll call it on Haley Wilson. Kaylee Wilson.
That's her second.
Yeah, that's 2 on her.
Yeah.
And that one almost seemed incidental. Just kind of tripped and into.
Yeah, watch here.
Yeah, just lost her footing. And
yeah, I mean, there's nothing
at
that point.
She's lucky she didn't turn an ankle.
Yes.
Wilkinson brings it up for the Bulldogs, gets it down in the corner to Brooks. Good pass inside. And that one, did that go off of? Okay, it went off of the Aces last. I thought maybe it might have hit the foot of Wilkinson, but it will stay with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they got to help get it in.
And a 5-second violation on the Bulldogs. Katie Kimmerly comes in for the Aces. She'll give a break to Rachel Weaver.
One of the things Coach Leiss was really happy with, though, he felt like off their bench they're getting consistent play. And sometimes when you substitute, you may have a little lesser quality, but he felt like it's really plus for them.
3 in the corner, no good. And a whistle and a foul after the rebound. They're going to get Kimmerling, I believe, right away as she comes in.
That's what you need from Emma Sorrell right there, getting rebounds. She and Lang and Conrad, they got to do a better job of getting on the boards and helping them out. That's going to get them started on their break.
Which we saw earlier. Conrad got the rebound, outlet it to Bratton, and then Bratton a long pass down court for a wide open layup.
Defensive rebounding is the first step to being in transition.
Dump inside. Momentarily, she was wide open, didn't take the shot. Kicks it back out now to Brooks and has it stolen away.
Good hands.
Here come the Aces. Taylor Evans quickly up the floor. Going to go all the way, put it up no good, but she's fouled. And they'll get Brooks with that foul. So Taylor Evans will go to the free throw line. She's averaging 13.1 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 steals per game. She has 5 of her team's 9 points so far tonight. First free throw, no good. The Aces right now 0 for 3 as a team from the free throw line. Second one up and good. Allie Leist comes back into the game for the Aces. She will give Taylor Evans a breather. Bratton inbound, threw it too far, taken away by the Aces. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Charlie Conrad. That's 2 on Charlie. So immediately getting back into the ball game is Emma Sorrell. She'll replace Conrad with those 2 fouls. Inbound comes into Sowers. Dishes it back. Sowers, nice spin move. Scoop shot up, no good, but she's going to the free throw line.
She plays like a senior.
She does.
She really does. Defensively, she's super. Offensively here, she's taking her time. Just a really good player.
Addison Luke is called for the foul for the Bulldogs. Free throw up and good for Haley Sowers. Evans comes back in for Amanda Clearcreek.
Yeah, Coach Lice has an eight-person rotation, and he said that's been big. I think that if you can get that in high school, it's an ideal. If you have enough mix, big players and smaller guards, it's really a nice number to have. Is 8.
Ace is now 2 for 5 from the free throw line. They have pulled it back to within 3 at 14-11. Been several trips since the Bulldogs have scored.
Yeah, Amanda's good defensively. Coach Lice said they're very good, but he wants them to be elite. He really thinks that you got to get even better if you want to move on the tournament, and I would agree with that.
Here's Brooks.
Even the crowd's getting into it a little bit, Jared. That means they appreciate.
Yeah, they appreciate that effort being put out. Here's Allie Leist on the defense with Tessa Brooks. Brooks kicks it back to the corner to Sorrell. Now it's lost out of bounds. It'll go back to the Aces.
Yeah, you just don't want to pick it up on the corner or the deep baseline. That's just tough offensively. Great possession by the Aces. Now we've got the tempo kind of where Amanda likes it better. The 14-9 in the first quarter is not the tempo they want. Going to turn into a half-court grinder.
Leist gets it right side to Evans. Now Davis back to Evans inside the paint. Saw an opening and lost it out of bounds. I think she just dribbled it off of her own leg as she was tripping.
Well, Emily Bratton did not fight over the screen. She went under and beat her to the spot. And that's smart. That's being smart defensively. I don't know a lot of high school players I see come off ball screens and shoot jump shots off of them.
They're going to trap on the first inbound.
Yep. A little pressure here.
And they'll get it ahead.
Yep.
And a whistle and a foul going to be called. Looks like a little 1-3-1 trap, wasn't it?
It's what they call a diamond. You trap it once. Sometimes when you trap it once, they retreat. But they stayed in it, kept it three-quarter court, and really had Bloom Carroll caught the ball and looked before they dribbled, they probably would have had a layup.
Yeah. Sowers called for the foul. That's her second. So the Aces now have Sowers with 2 and also Kaylee Wilson with 2. There's a ball tipped and taken away by the Aces. Nice pass and a good look and a good shot for Grace Davis.
Yeah.
Aces have pulled it to within 1, 14-13.
They got deflection there.
Here's Brooks. She and Wilkinson just play pitch and catch as they get it up the floor.
There's a good cut. You got to cut hard though. When you cut, you got to cut hard with a purpose versus overplay.
Bratton not on the floor right now for the Bulldogs. She checked out to get a breather. She is set to come back in. Brooks to the right side to Sorrell. Sorrell drives baseline. She thought about going up and under with it, lost it, and then recovered by Addison Luke. And a whistle and a foul going to be called on Haley Sowers, that's a big one. That's 3 on Haley.
Yeah, that will really hurt defensively because she's so sound.
There you saw it on our Dagger Law replay. Inbound comes into Bratton, who checks back in for the Bulldogs, leading at 14-13. Back out to Wilkinson. They lob it into the elbow. Now back to Wilkinson. 3-point attempt put up for Sorrell, no good. Good backside rebound by the Bulldogs. Back to Wilkinson now. Here's Bratton. Picks up her dribble, gets it right side to Brooks. Nice patience by the Bulldogs, but good defense also by the Aces. Just not a lot of open looks at the bucket. Try to lob it inside, it goes out of bounds. Off of the Bulldogs, back to the Aces.
Called a foul.
Oh, he did. Called
an
offensive foul on Emma Sorrell. Katie Kimmerling checks back in for Amanda Clearcreek, and we've got a timeout on the floor.
Well, Amanda's held them scoreless for over 5 minutes in this quarter. Really impressive defensively. Like I said, Coach Leiss said, you'll see the replay here, he thinks they're good defensively, but he said we need to get elite. That's like, do you call pass interference or not?
That's true.
To me, I mean.
Both players going up for the ball.
Yeah. But the official judged that there was excessive contact, so that's the way it is.
Yeah.
See, this is the game that Amanda wants to play right now. You know, we're going to battle, we're going to guard. We got them cutting and cutting and cutting. They just don't want to play constant up-tempo game.
Yeah.
Very gritty defensively.
This one was 14-9 at the end of the first quarter. And right now, 14-13 with 2:56 to play in the first half. Aces trailing by 1, and they have the basketball. Taylor Evans will walk it up.
Change defense, Jared. Little 1-2-2 here.
Uh-oh, lost the basketball. Here come the Bulldogs. Tessa Brooks the other way. And she traveled.
Yeah.
It was almost like she was in her own head. Do I jump stop?
Yeah.
Or do I just go up for the layup?
You're ahead, honestly, most of the time. Just take it straight at it. Here's this 1-2-2 a little bit. Try and take the high post away with the top player.
Kimmerling right side to Evans.
Not a bad little change.
Addie Pugh back now to Evans.
They're doing a pretty good job of communicating.
Here's Davis. Get it back to Evans. Thought about that long 3. Drives. Nice pass to Kimmerling. Kimmerling couldn't get the shot to go. And now the ball controlled by the Bulldogs. Good hard rebound by Emma Sorrell. Back the other way comes Bloom Carroll. Tessa Brooks up and in.
One bounce into the scoring position. A one pass full court bounce pass here.
Tessa Brooks, 6 points on the night. And the Bulldogs up by 3, 16-13.
The change of defense has helped.
Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes you just got to change, the routine.
Kimmerling had it stolen, then steals it away. And now Taylor Evans ties it up for the Aces. 9 points for Taylor Evans. We're tied at 16. 1:19 to play and counting here in this first half. Wilkinson lobs it inside. It goes out of bounds back to the Aces. They've tried that several times tonight and have not had much success with it. Here's that replay of the 3.
Hey, she's got confidence. Love it.
Tied up at 16, 1:14 to play in the first half. Evans barks out some instructions for the play, gives it left side to Pugh. In the corner, Evans for 3. No good. Rebound put back up, no good for the Aces. And now loose and a tie-up, and we're going to get a foul on Amanda Clearcreek.
Yeah, Emma Sorrell's doing a good job on the boards.
Foul was called on Rachel Weaver. That's her first. That's 5 fouls on Amanda Clearcreek, so Bloom Carroll now will get 2 free throws. Emma Sorrell at the line. First one's good. Katie Kimmerling comes back in for Amanda Clearcreek. Second free throw for Sorrell, no good. Rebounded by Grace Davis. And tried to throw it over top. And it was tipped, but she was able to regain control. Here's Kimmerling now. Just not a good pass. Luckily for the Aces, they were able to control it. Here's Evans for 3. And a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. I think they're going to get Rachel Weaver, aren't they?
Yeah, it's an illegal screen. You got to stay still. You have to be an arm's length pretty much, but you got to stay still.
That's 2 on Rachel. So Addie Pugh going to come back in for Rachel.
See right here. See her move?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
you cannot do that. You have to be an arm's length away to make that slide.
Clock rolling at 27 seconds here in the first half.
Yeah, see if they try to hold it for the last shot. Doesn't look like it.
Bratton going to take that little jumper from the elbow off the glass, no good. Hustle for the rebound, Taylor Evans down to 15 seconds. Here comes Evans and the Aces. Right side, Kimmerling gets it back out. Here's Evans, long range 3, no good. Rebounded by Bratton, down to 4 seconds. Quickly up ahead, Tessa Brooks, she found her. Layup is up and in at the buzzer.
Well, Emily Bratton will find you if you're open. But the problem with that is when your point guard drives, you have to have defensive balance. Your other guard has to be deep. You can't let anybody behind. You're like the free safety back there defensively.
Really good first half of basketball here at Amanda Clearcreek in this Mid-State League Buckeye Division battle between the Bulldogs of Bloom Carroll and the Aces of Amanda Clearcreek. Here's that last play at the buzzer. Nice shot.
Her passes, the receivers get the ball in motion right where they can catch it at their waist and go up and score. That's tremendous right there.
Bloom Carroll with a 19-16 lead at halftime. We will take it to the break. We'll come back and have first half stats and analysis. You're watching the high school basketball game of the week.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Taylor with Habitat for Humanity of Southeast Ohio. Here at Habitat for Humanity, our mission is simple. We bring the community together to build strength, stability, and self-reliance through shelter. Achieving this mission is made possible with the support of generous local partners like the Buckeye Cares program. That means Buckeye will make a donation with every vehicle sold this month. From all of us at Habitat for Humanity, we say thank you, Buckeye, for once again offering your generous support.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Where can I find advanced heart care?
When you choose Fairfield Medical Center for your heart care, you'll find confidence in our expertise and peace of mind in our compassion. Your health is important, and our heart and vascular experts specialize in the latest technology and treatments to keep you feeling your best. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Hi, I'm Carroll Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs. 740-689-6991.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
How much can you afford to spend on a home? That's a good question. I'm Desi DeJohn, Assistant Vice President and Mortgage Loan Officer at the Savings Bank in Lancaster. It's important to know how much you can afford before you contact a real estate agent. Factors such as income, credit score, debt, and down payment can help determine how much a bank can lend you to buy a home. Getting pre-qualified is the best way to find out how much you can afford to spend on a home. You can apply to pre-qualify online anytime at thesavingsbankohio.bank.
We here at Fairfield DD wish you a happy new year. March is right around the corner, and with it comes Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. This year, Fairfield DD is excited to share that we will have a variety of events to mark this important month. Our 14th annual Celebration of Possibilities will be held on Wednesday, March 20th at 6 p.m. at the Wigwam Event Center in Pickerington. So save the date. Join our mailing list or follow our social media so you can stay up to date on all the happenings.
Bay Food Market is Fairfield County's source for high-quality, locally sourced meats. The meat case is always full of quality fresh beef, pork, gourmet burgers, and gourmet brats for you and your family to enjoy. Bay Food Market cures and smokes their own hams, bacon, and sausage. Visit Bay Food Market at the corner of Maple and Walnut Streets in Lancaster and discover the Bay Food Market difference. Open daily 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., closed Thursday and Sunday. Bay Food Market, proudly serving Fairfield County families for more than 90 years.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Dagger Law, and North Body Shop.
Just underway here at Amanda Clearcreek. All that you missed was a foul underneath the bucket, and going to the free throw line for the Aces will be Grace Davis. And Tim, you mentioned that this is only her second game back from injury, right?
Yeah, it just and it just takes time. But she is a threat. I mean, we saw her play last year. She's a threat offensively, and it's just a solid player.
Missed the first free throw. She'll get another one. Second one up and good. Aces now 3 for 7 from the free throw line. Pulled back to within one at 19-17. Tessa Brooks gets it left side to Wilkinson. Amanda Clearcreek played really good defense in that first half. Here's Brooks for three. She drains it.
You know, Tessa's had a really nice season.
She has. She's had a good night, too. 8 points in the first half to lead the Bulldogs. Now she's leading all scorers.
Yeah, we remember when they moved her up last year, and she got some time off the bench, but she's really solid.
Three on the other end, no good for the Aces, and it goes out of bounds back to Bloom Carroll.
Yeah, that's not really the selection you want with one pass, semi-ball screen, and shoot a shot. You got to be a little more patient. Coach Lice's team is going to have more success when they move the ball.
Bratton quickly to the hoop, and an offensive foul going to be called on Emily Bratton, her first. She saw an opening, but a good job by Amanda Clearcreek to get over there. Who was that? Was that Wilson?
I'm not sure. I couldn't quite tell even on the replay, Jared.
I think it was Kaylee Wilson. Credit her to not be afraid to take that charge. She does have 2 fouls already. She got those in the second quarter. Here is Wilson from the elbow. Yeah. Nice shot.
Yeah, really good cut right there. Just a flash to the high post. Square up and shoot it.
22-19. Bloom Carroll with the lead and the basketball. Wilkinson left side to Brooks. Just drained a 3 earlier and got another one. 14 points for Tessa Brooks. And the Bulldogs up by 6, which is exactly the number of points that Tessa has in this half. 3 on the other end for Kaylee Wilson. It's in.
That's a big. I mean, for Carroll, this is the pace you want, Jared. You want them to come down and shoot it quick. But fortunately for Amanda, Kaylee stuck that shot.
25-22. Wilkinson gives it off to Brooks. Better get a hand in her face. She's hot right now. Brooks looking for somebody. Back to Wilkinson. Dump inside. Lang lost it. Taken away by the Aces. Here comes Evans. Evans up ahead to Wilson. Puts it up and in.
Well, that helps too when you get an easy basket.
7 points in this half already, or this quarter for Kaylee Wilson. And it's back to a 1-point game. Brooks right side, wide open 3 for Wilkinson. That's going to be off the iron and tipped. And out of bounds. It'll stay with Bloom Carroll.
Watch here.
Good steal by Wilson.
You just got to be stronger with the ball when you drive into traffic.
And a good job running the court.
Yep. And using her offhand.
Yep. Bratton had to change the shot. Didn't make it, but she got fouled. She's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, it's smart to attack the basket here. You know, she's got the tools to do that. They have made it tough for her tonight, though, Jared.
Yeah.
You know, they've done a really fine job on really helping, switching, being physical, overplaying, all those things that Coach Lice wanted. They're doing that.
First free throw for Bratton is good. She's got 6 points tonight. Second one up and good as well. 27-24. Bulldogs. Bratton went down. She's up slow and still hasn't made it back to the other end of the floor. Wilson for 3. Off the back of the off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Bratton is holding her right shoulder and moving slowly. Here's a 3 for Wilkinson, no good. And a foul going to be called on the Aces.
Emma Sorrell is doing a really good job around the basket, both ends.
Ooh, right there's where she went down.
She's got her right hip pretty hard on the floor there.
Kaylee Wilson is called for the foul. That is 3 on her. That's a big foul. She has 7 of their 8 points in this half.
Yeah, he's gonna let her play through it.
And another foul on the Aces. This one going to be called on Rachel Weaver, her 3rd. So now he's got Weaver and Wilson both with 3 fouls. 4:58 to play in the 3rd quarter. Inbound pass comes in. And we've got bodies on the floor, and one of them is not getting up. That is Kaylee Wilson. Turned an ankle. So that'll get 2 players off the bench for the Aces. Allie Leist and Addie Pugh coming in.
Well, he's going to need his bench. It's been good for them this year.
Lob comes into Wilkinson, almost a 5-second violation.
It's about 4.9.
Yeah, it's close. Here's Bratton. She's feeling better. Need a little bit of time to work that
That's a
shoulder.
super pass.
The 3, no good. Rattled around and rebounded by Grace Davis. She's been a big presence.
Yes.
Rebounding especially.
She makes a difference to their team.
Evans, little step back, thought about the shot, didn't take it. She probably should have because her pass is stolen away by Bratton. Bratton up ahead to Brooks. They are so good at that. And Brooks, you don't see that often, missed the bunny but got her own rebound.
Yeah, she gets out and runs. Once she knows, because Emily will find you if you're open.
Yeah. We saw that several times in the first half. Of course, we saw it to end the first half.
Again, right there, Emily screened, Jared. If your player doesn't help on the screen, that's what you get from the other players. That's a really good play for Carroll.
Natalie Lang scores it to give them a 29-24 lead. Evans, offensive foul. That's the first on Taylor Evans.
You know, I wish the high schools would go to the circle also because I don't like offensive fouls called when they're so deep. Let's see where she is.
Just in front of the block.
It's been close.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying she didn't create the contact as an offensive foul. I just like it when it's a little further out.
Want to say a big shout out to our Interface Video Productions crew tonight. Jason Roush, Tom Russo on cameras tonight. We also have Donnie Ziegfeld up by us, and Josh Messerly is our producer-director. And we also want to give a shout-out to Hallie Graff, who's on hand with us tonight with our Interface crew. And there's Tom down on the court, giving you all the shots from right down at the action. Of course, we'll be back in action. A quick turnaround Monday night. We're going to get our first look at the Bloom Carroll boys this season as they will be at home taking on Bishop Reedy. And, of course, the Bulldogs, they started the season a little slow, which you can fully expect with as long as their football season went. A lot of those guys playing football and now coming to basketball, but they have really picked it up since then.
No, they played really well. You know, they had a little, I guess, a blip there a week or so ago, but they played really good teams.
Yeah.
And that happens sometimes when you play really good teams. But I think Coach Davis feels like they're really back at where they're working at getting where they need to be. And it'll be interesting because Bishop Reedy was 28-0, went to the state tournament last year, and they have a few back from that. So it's going to be a good test for the Bulldogs.
Inbound pass comes into Brooks. She'll bring it up with Allie Leist playing defense on her. Bulldogs leading at 29-24. Bratton. Wow, she's quick to the hoop.
That time they didn't switch it, it didn't help. And, I mean, that's just what you're going to get if you don't do that.
9 points in the game for Emily Bratton. Biggest lead of the night, 31-24. Actually, check that. It is not. They were led at 7-0 in the first quarter. So it's right at that. Shot in and out. Nice backside rebound. Put back no good. But Grace Davis is going back to the free throw line. Aces have struggled a bit there tonight. 3 of 7 from the line. Grace averaging 10 points a game, 7.4 rebounds. Free throws no good. Second free throw good. Officials are going to get together and talk about it. So Bratton now will inbound. Full court pressure coming from Amanda Clearcreek. Gets it into Emma Sorrell. You mentioned her. She's played really well tonight.
She has.
For the Bulldogs. Bratton crossover dribble.
Yeah.
Her shot's no good, but she's fouled.
Yeah, that's not the foul you want to give. I mean, you know, you don't want to foul jump shooters. She makes it, because defensively she played pretty good. You know, Emily tried to put a move on her, gave her a little quick crossover.
That is 4 fouls on Haley Sowers. So they have Sowers with 4, Wilson 3, and Rachel Weaver 3. Meanwhile, Emily Bratton hits the first free throw.
Well, I think also the first time they played back, you know, it's before December, so things change. We're into February now, Jared, and Coach Ireland felt they fouled too much the first time. You know, just not disciplined enough and committing fouls.
Bratton is 4 for 4 from the line tonight. All 4 of those here in this third quarter, and they're up by 8.
Yeah, here's the 1-2-2 again, Jared. Little matchup with the point person, you know, taking the post there, trying to keep it out of the high post. It's Tessa Brooks.
Here's Leist. Back out top to Evans. Skips it over to Pugh.
That's a good job.
Little running jumper up and in.
Yeah, that's a nice job. Putting it on the floor, under control. And here's how you beat pressure. You look down the floor and you throw it over top.
33-27 Bulldogs.
Be interesting to see without their best defender in the game.
Bratton, step back 3.
Yeah.
She was kind of falling backwards as she was trying to take that 3, and it hits nothing.
Yeah, watch her put her on the floor here. Is that Addie?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice job. Under control, good finish.
2:05 and counting here in the third quarter. Right side, it's Kimmerling. Tried to throw it underhand, and it's stolen away, and then a foul.
Yeah, they were fortunate she fouled, honestly.
Yeah.
The Dogs were off and running there.
Grace Davis was called for. There you get a look at the shooting shirts, the T-shirts that the Aces are wearing. Aces for Addison, and you see the Circleville logo. One of the best players in the Mid-State League Buckeye, Addison Edgington, was in a really bad car accident last Friday night, I believe it was, and really in some bad shape, and but on the road to recovery, which is the good news, but it's going to be a long recovery for Addison. She's just a freshman, and she was coming off of a 31-point performance in a game on Tuesday night, and then Friday night coming home from watching the boys' game just in a bad car accident. So we want to wish, of course, our best wishes and thoughts and prayers to Addison and her family, and, of course, the entire league playing kind of in her honor. And her team stepping up. They've not missed a beat. They are still undefeated in this league. Going baseline as Pugh gets it back now to Davis.
They've got them bothered, Jared, with this a little bit. The Aces aren't quite as comfortable.
Grace Davis, power dribble, turnaround jumper, no good. Loose on the floor.
Look up.
Nice quick outlet pass from Sorrell. And good hustle by Taylor Evans. Steals it away from Wilkinson. Here comes Taylor. She'll stop at the free throw line. No good. And once again, Emma Sorrell the rebound. But she's tied up. They're going to call a jump or a foul?
A foul.
They called it on Taylor Evans.
Yeah, it's 2 shots with minute 7 to go here in the quarter.
That's 2 fouls on Taylor. And that will send Emma Sorrell to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you don't want to get 94-foot fouls. Generally, those don't work too well for you.
No good on the first one. Second one up and good. Lob inside. Kimmerling tried to get it to Davis, and it's stolen away as Davis had to just try to save it in. Clock down to 50 seconds. Bratton going to drive inside the paint. Shot off the glass and in. 37-27, largest lead of the night for the Bulldogs. Evans thought about that three, didn't take it. Allie Lice now swings it back around, top of the key, Evans. Evans will drive. And her pass stolen away by Bratton. And Bratton throws it a little bit too far this time. It goes out of bounds back to the Aces.
Yeah, with 15 seconds, you don't have to have that. Watch the crossover, Jared. Just a great move offensively. Off balance. See where her head was, though, the whole time, even out here in the corner.
Yeah.
Her head's watching the ball.
Kaylee Wilson checks back in with 15.9 seconds. She does have those 3 fouls. Here's Evans. Evans lost control of it, loose on the floor, rolls it back to Addie Pugh, down to 7 seconds. Wilson fires a long-range 3, and it's out of bounds back to the Bulldogs.
See, they've got the tempo. This is more Bloom Carroll's advantage at this tempo.
1.5 seconds showing on the clock.
Got to go shoot it.
And going to be a little bit short. 37-27 is the lead that Bloom Carroll will take into the fourth quarter. And they played a really good quarter that coming out of the locker room, Tim.
Yeah, how many points did they score that quarter?
Well, they were up 19-16 at the half, so they were
you got
almost 20.
I mean, what you had the first half, you got 18.
Yeah.
You know, that quarter. So, and I think the change to the 1-2-2 a little bit just has made Amanda have to adjust a little bit.
Yeah.
Not quite as comfortable running their offense, and not quite sure exactly, how they're going to be able to score against that. I don't know. I'm sure Coach Lice is talking about that now because, credit to Coach Ireland and his staff is they haven't changed. They stayed with it for a while, and sometimes you have to do that, especially if you're a man-to-man defensive coach. As soon as you go to a matchup or a zone defense, and I was probably guilty of the same thing. Once they make one, we're done. That's out. Get rid of that. But it's been effective.
So we have 8 minutes to play here at Amanda Clearcreek in this big Mid-State League Buckeye Division battle. And I got to say this. Tim's going to be mad at me for saying this, but our man Tim Shoemaker here beside me just found out yesterday a big honor. He's going to be inducted into the Ohio High School Officials Hall of Fame for how many years of umpiring?
35.
35 years of umpiring. And having, as somebody who has coached a game with Tim umpiring, I can honestly say he is the best in the business.
Well, I appreciate that. And it's a humbling thing, honestly. I was fortunate to be with good partners and met a lot of great people through the journey, Jared. And I appreciate you and everybody that's been very kind.
So congratulations, Tim. And, of course, when I came to pick you up tonight, your wife, Kathy, came out first. I'm like, oh, are you doing the game with me tonight? She said, Tim won't tell you this, but. So thanks, Kathy, for that. And, of course, Tim, that's a great honor, and we look forward to hopefully getting some footage of that ceremony in June, right?
Yeah, in June. So.
Whistle and a foul here. They call it on Marissa Wilkinson, her first. Inbound comes into Wilson. Davis from the block.
Yeah.
That's a good look by Grace Davis. Nice, strong power dribble, turn around, put it up over her man.
Yeah, she's a big plus for the Aces.
Good to see her back in action. At the elbow. Here's Lang, gives it off to what we got? Foul. Bratton was driving.
Yeah, they run her little screen away, and then she comes off for a dribble handoff, for a handoff. And it's just hard to defend unless you switch things and communicate.
Taylor Evans now picks up her third foul. All kinds of foul trouble out there for Amanda Clearcreek. They've got 3 girls with 3 and 1 with 4. Inbound pass comes in. We'll get it back to Tessa Brooks. 37-29 is the score. Bratton, again, crossover dribble. Had to throw that one up left-handed. Here's Brooks.
Yeah.
And she traveled. Inbound comes into Taylor Evans, trapped right away. Does a good job getting out of it. Takes the screen. Tried to dish it over to Grace Davis. It was loose. Davis now for three. No good. Bratton is down on the floor. Davis got her own rebound. Shot put back up and in. Now we're going to get a stoppage as Bratton is down on the floor. The layup made by Haley Sowers. And Amanda Clearcreek's trainer quickly on the floor. Bloom Carroll students, the few that are in attendance, not very happy that play wasn't stopped, but I think she's far enough away from the play,
right
and they had some open shots underneath the bucket. I think if they were out a little further, they would have stopped it immediately.
I agree.
Hard to see what happened there.
It is.
A lot of bodies in there. Oh, did she get hit? Oh, she got hit in the face.
Yeah.
Inadvertently. But the Aces were able to score to make it 37-31. Bratton going to be forced to check out after the injury. And now we've got a conversation going on at the scorer's table. They were just checking to make sure they counted the bucket.
Here comes their trap, what we saw early. Trap and retrap, Jared.
In the corner.
That's where you don't want the ball.
Sorrell back down. Oh, and it's almost, it is tipped and stolen away. Good hands by Rachel Weaver. Taylor Evans fires it back out three, no good. Evans fighting for the rebound, got it. Good pass over to Weaver. Back out to Evans. She will back out, reset things, give it right side to Wilson. Now Sowers.
Run that little flex cut.
Another three up, no good. Good rebound and putback, still no good. And the putback again, no good. But Rachel Weaver going to the free throw line. Going back to the play where Emily Bratton was hurt, I think the officials handled that well. The official into the bucket, he put his hand up, signaling that he's going to stop it after the play was over. I think Bratton was far enough away that they felt like she wasn't going to get hurt anymore. Nobody was going to come down on her. I mean, it's tough to stop the play when they've got an open layup. And I think had they stopped it, they would have had even more people yelling from this side.
Well, you let the play on. I mean, there was incidental contact, as you said, and a player down.
Aces struggles from the line continue, 4 of 11, but they get the offensive rebound. Taylor Evans thought about the three. She'll take the little elbow shot and drain it.
We'll see how Bloom responds versus this pressure without Emily, and here she comes back.
First bucket of the second half for Taylor Evans, pulls them to within 4 at 37-33. They were down 10 at the end of the quarter. Now a whistle and a foul going to be called on the Aces. Coach Leist over checking on Bratton before she checks in. And knowing Coach Leist like I do personally, that's the kind of person he is.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
you're
about
here
the
to compete.
kids and not about anything else.
You play hard, and I used to have a saying, sometimes people fall down. You know, there's incidental contact sometimes.
The foul was called on Haley Sowers, and she's going to foul out of the game with 5:30 to go in the contest. Bratton to inbound, gets it into Conrad.
Good cut.
Really good cut. Emily Bratton scores it.
Well, once you get overplayed, Jared, you must spread the floor wider. People can guard people, but they can't guard space.
Bratton with 11 points in this half. And give her 15 in the game. Taylor Evans saw the open three. No good. Rebounded by the Aces.
Tell you, the Aces are keeping their chances alive by just getting on the offensive boards. They've done a good job of retrieving missed shots.
Evans drives. Gets it back. Addie Pugh. Her shot up and in. Addie Pugh has come up with a couple big shots tonight. I believe she's only taken 2, but she's drained both of them.
Hey,
right around that same area.
When you have a game in the 30s, that's what it's got to be.
39-35.
Nice
4.5 minutes to go. Up and in for Natalie Lang. (41-35). Wide open under the bucket, but no good. And here come the Bulldogs after the defensive rebound. Wide open in the corner. Tessa Brooks for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebounded by the Aces. Evans, with her team down 41-35, gets it to Pugh. Back to Evans. She'll back it back out with 3:40. Pugh now gets it right side to Weaver. Here's Evans.
Comes that back screen. They switched it that time.
Good defense being put on now by the Bulldogs. Here's a shot just inside the three-point line. No good for Grace Davis. Quickly up ahead. Bratton to Tessa Brooks, and she scores it.
Yeah, big play.
And Coach Leist will take a timeout.
You know, the thing is, you know, Emily is so good at seeing the floor, Jared. She really looks up, has the ball, and Tessa Brooks done a great job getting out in transition.
Yeah.
She just has run harder than the defenders. And sometimes that's all you got to do. Watch how hard she's running.
They have done that so many times tonight.
Well, that's really helped them, you know, because you can't always get easy shots in a half-court game in an offense unless you have, you know, some dynamic players, and they do have good players, but you got to find other ways to score, and they've done that.
Right. Big crowd on here tonight on both sides. They know the importance of this game.
And let's say, as a reminder, you can find live and past games on our YouTube channel. Just search for CLN, your hometown connection, on YouTube to find games and other local programming. While you're there, make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any action. And also, if you're on Facebook and X2, which was once called Twitter, check us out on those social media platforms. Just search for Interface Video Productions.
Right now, the Bulldogs with 2 players in double figures. Emily Bratton has 15. Tessa Brooks was 17 tonight. The scoreboard has her at 19, but I think they gave her an extra one that should be credited to Natalie Lang. Lang has 6, and they've only got her for 4. But Tessa Brooks, what a great game she's had. She averages 7.5. She's done a great job running the floor, and of course,
she has.
Bratton has found her a lot tonight, wide open. Here's Taylor Evans, just inside the volleyball line, drains it.
That's some shot.
14 for Taylor Evans, 43-38. In the corner, Sorrell. Nice pass to Bratton and puts it up and in.
Well, the key is she bent her knees, Jared. She got herself lower and made a nice bounce pass.
A 3 for the Aces the other way is good.
He gave her a 2.
Kaylee Wilson, did he give her a 2?
Yeah.
Okay. 45-40. Back and forth we go. Tessa Brooks will bring it back out, take some direction from Coach Ireland, and give it to Bratton.
Yeah, going to a spread here. Try and open it up.
Quick ball movement. They'll get it back to Wilkinson.
Well, you know what? You're going to shoot fouls here if you can get, you know, Amanda in a situation where you can get them up to 5. So spreading the floor, using the clock a little bit. You got to take care of the ball.
The problem for Amanda Clearcreek is they've got a lot of girls with several fouls. He's going to have to use that bench now as just tell them to go in. Your primary goal is to foul.
Watch this right here. See her bend her knees and reach down with a left-handed bounce pass. That's good basketball.
Kaylee Wilson was called for the foul. That's her 4th. They've already had Haley Sowers foul out. Taylor Evans has 3. Rachel Weaver has 3. So coming back in is Grace Davis. She has 2. they'll check Kaylee Wilson out. She cannot afford to foul anymore. So for defense, they're going to check her out. And another sub coming in. That's Katie Kimmerling. She'll replace Rachel Weaver, who has 3 fouls.
They're going to spread it.
We're under 2 minutes to play. Bulldogs lead it by 2. Bratton goes on the drive and scores it.
Yeah, just too quick.
19 for Emily. Here's Addie Pugh going baseline. Shot's no good. Rebound loose on the floor.
Good hustle.
Nice hustle. And it's going to be, did she call timeout? Wow.
Yep.
How about that?
He gave her a timeout.
She could see that somebody was going to come and tie her up, so she calls a timeout. That's just what kind of player Emily Bratton is. 1:25 to play in the game. Bulldogs lead it by 7, 47-40. These two teams met earlier in the year, back in December on the 19th. It was won by Amanda Clearcreek at Bloom Carroll, 39-36. And so this one has definitely lived up to the billing that we thought it was going to be.
It has. And, they've made adjustments, and you have to, when you play in a league where you play people twice, that second time is always interesting because not only do you work on your details of the game, you work on maybe some small adjustments that you've done. And, maybe that 1-2-2 with Carroll's a little adjustment, and it's been a big help tonight for them defensively.
There's a look at the size of a crowd that there is on this Amanda Clearcreek side. This is one of the new style gyms, much like Bloom Carroll, much like Fairfield Union, where it's larger on the home side.
Right.
And it's filled up over here on this side.
No, great environment tonight, Jared. I was thinking about when I hear fans get excited and into the game, there's a league in New Jersey where if you vocally do that to an official, you have to referee a game in the program then like the next time, or you can't come to the games anymore.
Wow. That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
And Evans going to be called for the foul. That'll be her 4th.
Well, for Carroll now, you really don't have to shoot the ball.
No.
Jared, you have to take care of the ball, but you don't need the shot.
Inbound comes into Tessa Brooks.
Here comes the trap.
Yeah, Evans is telling somebody else, foul her. Evans can't afford to foul. She has 4. And a foul going to be called on Katie Kimmerling.
Now, if you go to the line and you don't make free throws, then you have to, deal with whatever that brings. But you do not have to shoot shots. But I always like to shoot layups. If you can get a layup in this against a gambling defense, get to the basket and get a layup. Otherwise, no jump shots.
First free throw up and no good for Natalie Lang. Kaylee Wilson and Rachel Weaver check back in for Amanda Clearcreek. Wilson has 4 fouls, Weaver with 3. 1:11 to play in the ball game. 47-40 Bloom Carroll with the lead. Second free throw also no good. Rebounded by the Aces. Evans. Skip pass. And it's lost and stolen away. Bratton. Here comes Emily.
Smart.
Yeah, she's just going to dribble it out.
Play the clock. Hold the ball.
Under a minute to play, and now a foul going to be called on Grace Davis, her 3rd.
She's a 79% free throw shooter, I believe.
There you see some Amanda Clearcreek ladies basketball players in attendance tonight, watching as they'll be here next Saturday. That's Charlie Gillum also over there. Saw a couple other ones. As Emily Bratton drains the first free throw.
I mean, after the first half, I thought the first 1-40 was going to win, but they've really had a good second half offensively.
Second one no good. Rebounded by the Aces. Evans. They need to hurry now. Evans will fire up the 3 at the top of the key. Got it! And a quick timeout by Coach Tim Leist.
Yeah, that's not a good job by the Carroll. They must understand that Evans is the best perimeter shooter tonight. She's proved in that.
As you see the replay, we're going to get to our players of the game tonight. We will do our Amanda Clearcreek player of the game first. Brought to you by the Bay Food Market. Stop in at Bay's and check out their weekly gourmet burger and brat selection and their weekend steak sale specials. Bay Food Market at the corner of Walnut and Maple Streets in Lancaster.
I mean, they've had a lot of girls play well and stuff, but I tell you, Taylor Evans is a player.
Yep.
She makes them go. She's got leadership already at a young age. She's done a lot of things tonight and played really well.
Congratulations, number 23, Taylor Evans, our Amanda Clearcreek player of the game, brought to you by the Bay Food Market. Our Bloom Carroll player of the game, brought to you by the Savings Bank, where community always comes first. The Savings Bank, proud of our heritage, founded by local people, committed to serving individuals and businesses in southeastern Ohio. Learn more at thesavingsbank.com.
I mean, Emily's so good in Bratton, and she's done a lot of things tonight. And she makes it go. But I tell you, let's give a big shout out tonight to Tessa Brooks.
I agree.
I think she's really stepped up, and that helped. That helped break some of the ice because of the overplay versus Amanda.
Whistle and a foul on the inbound.
Yeah,
See who they called on. I believe Leist will be called for it. No, check that. They're called on Rachel Weaver.
Yeah, you just don't want to foul on a trap 94 feet. Even though you're behind here, you don't want to foul.
Yeah.
Jared, you've got them in a pickle, as we say.
So that's going to send Marissa Wilkinson to the free throw line. First one's up and good.
I mean, she's 77% from the line, so that's a shout out to her. She and Emily ought to have the ball late in the game.
Second one also good. 50-43.
Yeah, playing that little flat iron 1-2-2. Good job. You got to stay with Taylor Evans wherever she is. Just stay.
Pugh in the corner gets it back to Evans. She'll fire up the three. It's blocked into the hands of Addie Pugh.
That's fine.
Up and in.
As the clock runs, you're not giving up a three, Jared. That's fine.
Addie Pugh's played really well in the second half. She's got 6 points, all of them in this half.
Yeah, she's, Coach Leist mentioned she's a big plus off their bench, and that's what you got to have. You got to have players off the bench that contribute, and the game stays the same. Watch right here. Yep.
I called it as a block, but did she pass it?
Didn't appear to on there.
I mean, if it was a block, it was a perfect block into the hands of Pugh. Let's see. Yeah, it was. The ball was hit.
She got a piece of it.
Ball was hit by Wilkinson, but it was a perfect pass.
Sometimes that happens, Especially if you miss one bad. You say, I was passing.
Yeah, did that on purpose. Or like when you shoot the air ball and somebody catches it in the bucket. I meant to pass it.
I saw him open.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is smart. Get the ball to the free throw shooters.
Weaver called for the foul. That's her fifth. Now the Aces have two players who have fouled out.
Hey, it's a heck of a game tonight, though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Exactly what we expected. And this Aces team doesn't get any easier.
No.
With their two games remaining, Taze Valley and Fisher Catholic.
But at this time of year, you should be playing good people. I mean, like I said, the tournament draws Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know if we call it a draw anymore with the setup the way it is, but, the establishment of the bracket.
Fortunately for the Aces, both of those two remaining games will be at home.
Yes. They get this kind of support for those. That'll be a big advantage. See, Marissa Wilkinson's a little taller. She can affect her shot.
Davis three, no good. Down to 6 seconds. And Emily Bratton just going to run out the clock. And the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs are going to win this one 51-45, avenging an earlier loss to Amanda Clearcreek on their home court. And they come to Amanda Clearcreek tonight and pick up the hard-fought win.
Yeah, very, very good basketball game. Two well-coached teams, skilled players, and just a pleasure to watch.
Let's take a look at scoring. First of all, for Amanda Clearcreek, Grace Davis had 6 points. It was Haley Sowers with 5. Addie Pugh had 6. We mentioned her. She had a great second half. And then two players in double figures for Amanda Clearcreek. Kaylee Wilson had 11, and Taylor Evans, a great night, with 17. As you see, Coach Tim Leist giving congratulations to Emily Bratton and, of course, the coaching staff from Bloom Carroll. For the Bulldogs scoring, it was Emma Sorrell with 2 points. Marissa Wilkinson had 6. Natalie Lang had 6. Tessa Brooks, our player of the game, had 17. And Emily Bratton with an outstanding second half. She only had 5 at halftime, finished with 20 points tonight. Emily being Emily, basically.
Well, that's it. I mean, she, something different, a little bit of overplay. I'm sure they're going to see more of that later. And to be patient, and you got to take what people give you. But it was really, I think, beneficial for the Bulldogs as they got other people that stepped up and played well for them tonight.
We've got a big week next week. We mentioned the big week for both these two teams, Bloom Carroll and Amanda Clearcreek, with some tough games coming up. We've got a couple of good ones next week. On Monday night, we're back on the air. We'll have a boys matchup as the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs will host Bishop Reedy. That should be a good one out at Tom Petty Gymnasium. You'll want to join us for that one on Monday evening, right about 7:30ish. And then on Saturday, we're right back here at Amanda Clearcreek for a big one in the Mid-State League as both these teams will finish out their regular season. The Aces will host the Fisher Catholic Irish, who are currently 15-2 and 10-0 in the Mid-State League Cardinal. So, Tim, some good ones coming up next week.
Now, we're very fortunate that we get to watch some of these teams play, and the competition at this point is fierce, and it should be. Again, thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew. It was Tom Russo, Jason Roush, Donnie Ziegfeld, Josh Messerly, and Hallie Graff. Also want to thank the athletic directors for these two schools, Larry Hergis of Bloom Carroll, Jamie Justice at Amanda Clearcreek. For our entire Interface Video Productions crew, I'm Jared Stewart. For Tim Shoemaker and our Interface Video Productions crew, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Dagger Law, and North Body Shop.